Well, thank you guys. Thank you again for this beautiful journey. By the way, our channel started in April this year, and we are sitting with over 7,000 subscribers. That's ridiculous. We've already been monetized because of you guys, because of the time you took to watch, those many hours that you spent. And of course, Gianni helped us on that journey. So we thank you. Don't skip the ads. Now, see, with all the work that you guys have done, the ads are critical to the growth of the channel. So keep on watching. This episode is different though, of Know Them Better. This might be either the
finale.
No, finale, but there's a word before the finale. What? Penultimate, what is it?
I don't know.
That English?
Yeah.
Yes. In simple terms, an episode before the last episode. It could be, or it could be the last episode, depending on what Charles will say, because it's not in Gauteng. So if he comes, he comes. If it doesn't come. But either way, this is the last episode of Know Them Better. It's been a great season. You guys, the support that you've shown, not even here in South Africa, all over the world actually, we thank you so much. It's been amazing that you guys follow this channel from wherever you are. And we are now having this is a special episode. It's an hour episode where me and Lavani will be asking each other questions based on what you ask. Yes, some of the questions is the question that you guys ask. Some of the questions will be the questions that are generic from what we've realized throughout the season, the questions that you guys want to know. So that's what this episode will be. So thank you again, Know Them Better. It's here. I'm with Lavani, Shikwambana, home girl. Kind of were from the same hometown.
Yeah.
But I left way before you were born, I bet.
When did you leave?
Like 94 when I left?
No, I was not born yet. Definitely not.
No, not 94. 94, what was this? Yes, 95. Yes, 95.
How old were you?
Now, when I left, I was like 14.
I wasn't even born, so.
You weren't born?
No.
When were you born?
96. A whole year later.
Wow. So I don't worry about the sound.
Okay.
You don't worry about the sound. They're working there. We understand. We are in the door. You see?
Let's
it's fine. We are here. No, she's being technical while we're shooting. Actually, this is the second take we're doing. The first one, she had gone and tried to talk to a director. Sound. What do you do?
They're having conversations behind the camera, guys. That is so stressful.
It shouldn't be. We are shooting a series called Mafana, and she's DOP. She's also playing a character in this particular series.
Yeah.
So now this is a time for her to realize that you need to switch off one and switch on one. And at one point, you switch off the other one, switch on the other one. So learn here. Start here. Lavani, auditions for Girl of Blood.
Oh, yeah.
You came for the first one.
Yeah.
You didn't get the role. How do you feel? First, how do you know about the auditions, and how do you feel when you got there and eventually you didn't get the role? And you came late, by the way.
I was the first one there.
On the day?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
No. We first auditioned Charles Baloyi. That's the first one that we saw.
I met you outside. Please remember. I was there with my mom and you were outside. We even said hi to each other outside, just as you. I was the first one
you were the first one there.
Always. Even when I auditioned for the second time, I was the first one. So I auditioned the first time last year. There was no role though. But they were looking for actors. So I went.
How did you know that there was no role?
Because they told me.
Who told you?
When you have to say on the form like which role you're applying for, there was a lady there and then she was like, there's no role.
No. How do you know that there was no role for you? What if your acting was not good enough?
Which it wasn't though, because I didn't get another call.
No, I'm joking. It's not that. There was no role that would fit you at that particular moment.
At that time.
Yes.
But it was fine though, because that audition was really, really bad. No.
How do you know it was bad?
It was bad. No, because
who was auditioning? Me or you?
You, but I felt
So how do you know it was bad?
No, I felt it. You know when you do something, you can feel it. When I auditioned for Njageni, I felt it when I walked out of there. I was like, that was good. So the first time.
That's dangerous, but anyway, go on.
No, but you can feel it though.
Nah.
When you mess up,
Listen,
you can feel.
I've done this thing for 20 years now.
Yeah.
You go out there feeling good. Wow, I've nailed it. You don't get the gig.
It just wasn't for you.
You get there like. And the following day they call you.
Yeah, that's true. But I just felt like it was a bad audition because I wasn't prepared.
Okay.
For and also,
the second one?
No, for the first one. For the second one, I was very, very prepared. But for the first one, I wasn't as prepared because also I wasn't, at the time, I didn't think I was going to act ever again as well.
Why?
Because it's just like, I used to act as a child. And then when I got older, I discovered other things in film besides acting, and then I kind of put that on like the back burner. I was like, okay, cool, let me focus on cinematography, for instance. And then I just felt like for the rest of my life I'm just gonna be behind the camera, and that's like cool, like that's good. So when like Guyani came about, it was a very big surprise, like a huge one. I was just like,
you are a cinema, well, apparently according to you, what you taught me, you can't be called a DOP yet, but you are a camera person.
Yeah.
How did that come about? I mean, what's up there?
School, hey. So I went to FDA and.
But yeah, before that, how did you find out about that? Because I mean,
I didn't know about it. That's what I'm saying. I didn't know about it until I got to school.
Oh.
Yeah, I got to school and I saw this one girl, like she was a DOP of like one of the films that I was like acting in, and I was like, that looks really cool. Like I want to try it out. And then I did, and then I fell in love.
Acting in? What do you mean? You went to AVDA for acting?
So when you go to FDAT first year, you do like
generic
8 things.
Stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
you get to do like 8 different types of stuff. So you can try out literally everything from film school to TV to live performance. So I did live performance for like the first half of the year, and then I did film the second half.
Okay.
So yeah, I was acting in the first half, and then I was just like, okay, cool. If I'm gonna go into film, then cinematography is something that I'm interested in, and the rest is history.
So Jakeni, boom, there she comes. How did that feel?
How did it feel? Damn. Can I say damn?
You can say whatever you want to say. It's our platform.
Jakeni, like how? Like from
Yeah,
an
but I mean,
audition
like,
for
listen,
her?
you get the role. You come on set. You're shooting.
Yeah.
We are there. The rest of the cast, we've been on the roll with this particular project.
Yeah.
And you come into this cog, into this machine that's moving. You could be a cog in this whole thing.
Yeah.
Or you could be a working element in this whole thing. What's up? How do you feel at that particular moment?
Like it was very stressful because like you're saying, it was already going and people like you guys had already established yourselves pretty big. So I think the one thing that kept me through though was Tibang K Magwinya, shout out to you, because he was just very supportive throughout everything. Like even from my first day of set, he came and he spoke to me. He's like, listen, like we here now, these are our roles, you and I just have to make it work. Like we're the new people, so we literally just have to go with it. And that's what we did. Like from the very first time we met till the very last time we filmed together, like we were just in sync. And he helped me throughout everything, because also he's very experienced, like he acts in a lot of stuff, so he held my hand through everything, like everything.
But weren't you nervous when you had to go?
I was stressed. I haven't cried this one day on set. I went through a
cried?
lot. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Like tears, like
Why?
literally.
What happened?
I was just stressed, guys.
What happened?
No, it's like how you saying, like, you know, you just get there and you're supposed to shoot. It was my first role, so I wasn't used to the workflow, the pace, things moving so fast. I was still taking things like, you know, one scene at a time. And there was this particular scene where I wasn't that prepared for. And then,
I bet that was fairy. Because listen, she went on all of us.
Yeah.
If you came and you like on some, trust me, you know the only one that we held and felt her wrath. A few of us felt, well, fortunately for me, I know Fairy. It's not the first time that she directed me.
Yes.
And it's not the first time that she helped. Actually, for Kalu, she helped me with the language issue. Because I'm not Ndebele, I don't know, I don't speak Ndebele, so that's in the film. So she helped me with that. But what I'm saying, I know her. And I can imagine being new in this thing.
Like.
And then she's like, yeah!
Get it together. Like, what are the words? Yeah, no, guys, that wasn't a good day. But we still did the scene regardless. It came out okay. But it was just a very big learning curve for me as well. Like, I realized, like, okay, like, I also need to really push. I can't just, you know.
And then you find out that you are Cawuke's sister.
Yeah.
Who's coming for revenge, but not straight on. You still have to create all this.
Yeah.
And then you and I had a discussion the other day that when the whole thing had to flip, where you had to go tell Kokwani, you know, like in Tonga, there's a level of respect that is just like, what?
Yeah.
And then you struggle there. You're like, my God, how do I address a woman who's clearly...
You know, as like, that was very hard.
How so?
That was hard. No, it's because like you're saying, it's the respect thing. Like, you know, mama,
But you
papa. I know. But the thing is, like, even beyond acting, I mean, you form relationships with the people that you act with.
Yeah.
So Mama Glennis is someone that from literally the first day that I got on set, she was the mother figure, like Kokwana, literally. So it was like that switch was a bit hard. Like I'd catch myself, like even now when I watch back, like
Yes,
parts,
there are places where you
where
I saw
I
that.
can see like okay, yeah. But I mean at the time I was just I like Papa Ndibu even had a conversation with me. He was like, I get it that Mama Yvonne and I are, you know, like parents to you, whatever.
And not only parents, you've been seeing these people
forever, you know, like they're the biggest people. And he was just saying like, just put that aside for a minute, you know, don't even think about that. Just address us like you want your money. This is what you want to do. So it was a bit.
Yeah, I like that.
It was a bit challenging, right? It's Ashlopa, I think.
But I like that. Like, where did that come from?
That was just Lavani's touch, you know, just like
Please.
he's talking a lot.
I'm a memory.
Talking too much. But yeah.
So, someone asked, do you have a person now on the moon? Like, do you have a girlfriend? Do you have a boyfriend? Do you have a girlfriend? What's that?
I don't. There's no cool way to put it. I really don't.
She doesn't, guys. But no, she doesn't say that she's in the market, like on the market or whatever the case might be. Please. I hope you're not asking for the sake of asking for yourself so that you can go after her. No, she doesn't.
She's chilling.
Leave it at that.
Okay, so one of the things that we decided for this episode was that we're both gonna have like a conversation, you know, discuss the generational gap between the both of us, both of our experiences, and just kind of tie it in together to see what we've both taken out of this year in general.
For sure.
So I grew up watching Fumani on TV, as many people have, and so I think for me, my biggest thing is that I feel like for people like us at a younger age, going into now this industry was a bit easier because we had people like you guys who no, for real, it's not normal like a big thing like, oh, you're a Tonga actress, you're gonna act in Tonga. It's not so much of a big deal anymore. Like there's work, you know, there's somehow you can move around it. So my question for you is like, do you, like when you are busy working your way up, is it a responsibility thing of like, I need to make it easier for the people behind me, or is it just a thing of let me try and push and see how far I can get?
Initially I just loved the craft. I just wanted to be an actor. Actually, I didn't know what I wanted because I was doing past my matric, nearly did IT, I couldn't do it, and then I did BSc in agriculture in University of Venda, didn't enjoy it, and then came to Pretoria. I joined this modeling competition.
You modeled?
Almost modeled.
Okay.
Almost modeled. So it was a competition that they wanted 10 boys, 10 girls to go to Italy. So I was amongst the 10 people that were chosen to go for this Italy thing. Probably it was fake, who knows? Anyway. You never know, maybe it was human trafficking in early days. Anyway, so in my process of looking for sponsors to go to Italy, and then what happened is I passed through the State Theatre and I went in the building, and then I met this lady. She said, listen, you can come on Monday, you can come and act, there's a role that suits you. So initially I went in because I was curious, because I wanted to fulfill something inside me that said, what is this, what do you want to do, I wasn't sure exactly what I wanted to do. And then I started acting at the State Theatre. I met Paul, my mentor, after Irene. And then from then on, I would start to do things organically. Stronger there and there, stronger there and there.
Yeah.
But the idea initially was not that because I wanted to be like an activist for Tonga people who are coming up. That happened later when I was now acting at the State Theatre, and people will be like, no, but don't speak Tonga.
Yeah.
No, don't, but no, why? No, why? You know, so that's when the bug started to hit. No, you crazy, I'm going to do my language. I'm comfortable in my language. And then I did Soul City. Soul City, I auditioned, and then I spoke talk. And it was like, wow, it was such a huge thing within the Tonga community. Like, what? Actually, what? And before then, I had seen Obed Baloikai Hizo 1999 speaking Tonga. I was in varsity. Oh, it was the most coolest thing ever. that I've ever experienced. So, given those points in my life where Obed Baloi did that, felt like that, made me feel the way I felt, and then in the Golden State Theatre, people said to me, I can't speak Xitsonga, and speaking Xitsonga on Soul City. That's when the bug of activism bit. So I said to myself, you know what? I'm going to speak my language, because there's no one speaking my language on TV at the level that I want it, because there was Obed, but I want to go with it. So eventually, what that gave birth to, I want to make it easy for you guys.
Yeah.
I want to make it easy for when you guys came, at least there is no gap like there was, because I struggled.
I can imagine.
Like I would on Easy Team, they literally told me, because I can't speak Xitsonga, it's a predominantly English channel. You know, every show I've done for those Mzansi movies, all of them, they were not Tsonga speaking characters.
Yeah.
I said, no, I'm going to speak Xitsonga. You know?
Yeah.
So on Mobango, actually, there's a director there, I nearly did Mobango in 99. The director said to me, no, you can't speak Xitsonga, speak Sepedi. It's like Sepedi, because in this other particular show, you're supposed to speak Sepedi. I'm like, but no, I'm Tsonga. Why should I speak? And finally, he said to me, I don't want to typecast you. I'm like, Chief, you're a director, but you don't know what typecast means.
Yeah.
Because typecast is not a language.
Yeah.
So, through those experiences, it made me more stubborn and more stubbornier, if there's such a word, to say, you know what, you're like crazy. I'm going to speak my language and I'm going to stick to it.
Were you not scared though that like you're not going to get jobs? Like
I didn't get jobs. I lost a lot of jobs.
So you chilled.
Listen, I'm 20 years in my career right now. I'll give you a simple example. I joined Twitter in 2009. From 2009 until this year, my Twitter was sitting on like 2.5. I'll show you something. After Guyana, in like less than 7 months, it's now sitting on 20 grand.
Jeez.
Same as Instagram.
Yeah.
Why? Because even to today, you go around people, it's only now when song is being normalized. So, like I'm saying, on Easy Team, a director lady, channel person came on set, say to Fumani, you can't speak Xitsonga because this is an English channel. So it was not only there, where a lot of people, another big broadcaster between SABC, Mnet and ETV told me when I pitched the show, Xitsonga does not have an audience, therefore we can't commission your show.
Wow.
So I've lost a lot of jobs.
Yeah.
I've only up until Guyana is the first time where in my life I have held an acting job for more than 2 months. In 20 years that I've done this thing.
20 years.
It's the first time that I've held a job that paid me for 2 months in a row. So all the other jobs, like, what is Dingo? Yes, it was a call actor. I'll get paid here, get paid there, and then. But I'm talking about money.
Yeah.
Like,
that you can also see.
because this is money.
Yeah.
This is the first time in 20 years. So, question is this: do you think if I was acting in Zulu, I'm very fluent in Tswana, very fluent in Sepedi, I could have easily. I'm a method actor type of actor. I could have easily learned Zulu. I took a decision because I don't want to do an actor. I don't want to act in Zulu. If you call me for an audition, you say to me, speak Zulu. I can speak Zulu, but I'm not gonna do it. Why? Because I took a conscious decision.
Yeah.
So, had I not done that and spoke any of those 3 languages, where do you think my career would be right now?
I feel like we can ask ourselves where all our careers would be right now, because it all stems from that decision of, if it's not Tsonga, we're not going to do it.
Yes.
And that birthed the whole Guyani that came afterwards, that's just predominantly Tsonga.
It did that.
Yeah.
It did that. So for me, I think at the end of the day is someone had to do some sort of sacrifice. Let's forget me for a second. Think about Obed and Charles Baloyi.
Yeah.
They've been doing this thing for close to 30, 40 years.
When they were the only Tsonga people that I even knew of that were on TV.
They were the
for
only
the
Tsonga-
longest time.
So if I say I struggle, imagine the 2 of them.
Yeah.
So you see, so it's some sense, and for me, to be honest with you, the saddest part of all is that, and hence I said, we have a podcast called Being Tsonga in SA, and one of the things I said there, I'm done with passion. I'm no longer doing any passion projects. Why? Within all these 20 years of sacrificing, I've lost a lot. There was a point in my life which I can share on this platform. This night was taken within the family. I'm sorry. So, there's a certain period in my life where things were terrible. where I'm talking about 3 years ago, 4 years ago, where I was staying in a back room in Tembisa, you know, and simply because there were no jobs coming, it was just hard.
Yeah.
Now you come to a point where you've got Guyana, you've got this thing about Tonga people. But guess what? You get Tonga people who call me to come and MC their gigs. They say to me, they will pay me 5,000 rand. Others say to me, no, but come because you're Tonga. Yes, there's a mayor who called my manager saying, listen, but Fumani is Tonga, why doesn't he come and MC for free? Are you nuts?
So Tonga people need to work for free.
So here's the fun part. So within all that, you've done so much. I'm not saying I owe them anything. I don't owe them nothing.
Yeah.
You've done so much to make sure that our language becomes normalized and mainstream, and with all the abuse that we have, I went through. Again, it's not because of what they were asked to do it. I did because I wanted to do it. And then later, when they're supposed to come, ask me to come to do their gigs, they want me to come for 5,000 rand. Then my car to go to Tanini, I paid 3,000 rand to go there. You want me to come to Guyana?
Yeah, like the toll gate, like...
One reason.
Yeah.
So within all that, I realized that, okay, we did all this, yet our own people are the ones that are not actually supportive when it comes to all this. So I'm like, you know what? Me, passion, are no longer on the same page. I'm doing for money.
Yeah.
Also for you guys, to help you understand. No. When someone calls you, tell me how many invitations do you get now to come to parties, weddings, and stuff like that? How many?
Not that much.
No, from family members.
From family members, okay, a few. Yeah, no, my family members are about me these days. It's quite a few. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Why? Because of this, you are, whether you like it or not, Lavani, you are a person of interest, and you add flavor in whatever place you go to. So if someone's gonna call you to come to their party, they're not just calling you to come to their party, because you're gonna add flavor because of who you are.
Yeah.
So monetize that. Don't just say, no, I won't come. No, babe, monetize that.
Got it.
And don't give discounts. Me, I don't give discounts to some people. I will not.
But if you're starting working, right, like as a first-time professional, like
Yes.
most of my friends and I, we literally just graduated this year.
Yes.
So obviously most of the things that we do, we take on. It's very passion project based.
No, babes. You're in a very big Tonga show. You're in not one of the biggest, the biggest Tonga show in the world. There's not been a show like that in the world of Tonga-speaking people.
Yeah.
You played a very major role in that particular story. In fact, your storyline broke the camel's back. You are an it girl right now. Why do you want to go there, say, and be all compromised and begging? Why do you want to beg? Because here's the problem. If you take a job now for 5,000 rand or for free, here's what happens. They'll say, no, but college, she's looking for 5,000 rand. It becomes your rate. It becomes what you are doing. It becomes of who you are. Hence, you have to get a manager.
Yeah.
Don't discuss that nonsense. Because if you discuss stuff, no, I've come back and I say, it becomes a problem.
Yeah.
You take it personal, so you don't do that.
Okay.
Whether you are new or not, do you think because you are new, it will change the fact that next year you are still Lavani? So if you're gonna approach life with being you are new all the time, will that change? Will that not make your brand compromised? You always say this to me. For money, I want to be an influencer.
I really do, because I'm a freestyle.
Because you are free stuff. It's not free. I told you all the time, it's not free, those things. How do you think you're going to get those things if you sell yourself short?
Yeah. I get that. I mean, I feel like that also just comes with time and believing in yourself.
It comes with being intentional. It comes with you planning, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to do, here's how I want to achieve it, I want to appear here, I want to appear there, I want to appear there, and make yourself see. One thing that you need to do right now, do you have a manager?
No.
You need one. Why? So that you can able to build a brand. You need to be able to speak for a cause. The reason why I have father figures at A is not because I wanted to have a foundation for the sake of foundation. I love father stuff. I love being a dad. I love being, there's a line that I always say, and I'm very intentional about it.
Yeah.
I'm starting a silent protest, a silent activism. I would always say I'm a father of 2 kids, and I'm sure of it. Why I do that? We have an issue in SA where people don't know whether, hey, do you have kids outside? So I wanna. It's an activism thing that I'm doing.
Yeah.
Why I did that and started a foundation is because I hated going to an interview and being interviewed as an actor.
Yeah.
What is my substance?
Yeah.
What is that I'm bringing on the table? So if you come there and call me as a father figure, activist person, not only as an actor, that's brand building.
That's brand building. And I mean, besides the activism thing, I mean, now you're producing as well. So how important is it do you think actors should just stick to in the modern day that we live in right now? Do you think actors should just stick to strictly acting?
No.
Or do you think it's advisable for us to reach out and do other stuff as well?
No. Don't you ever in your life find yourself in a position that you become an actor only? You're screwed.
Yeah.
My younger brother, when he went to AFDA, Ziggy, when he went to AFDA, Ziggy he's been acting in high school, passionate about acting. He loves acting. All he wanted was to be an actor.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, but you're not going to do that. Ma, make sure that whatever that he involves, there is producing, there is directing, there is all these other funny things also with the acting. He did that. Ziggy then qualified, graduated rather. Yeah, I've done it. And probably, no, he was ahead of you.
Yeah, he was.
Till this day, Ziggy has made more money through producing than acting. Acting doesn't have money in SA. Acting is not a career to rely on in SA, especially if you want to be a family person.
Yeah.
If you want to have a good life, if you want your children to go to good schools, if you want to go to holidays, if you want to go to build a big house and all those things, you live a comfortable life. Use acting as a platform to start all the other stuff. That's why I'm in business. That's why I do a lot of other things. I've got a school that I own. I've got a vegetable business that I own. I've got an IT company that I own. I've got a timer. It's an Mughal Awards that the Life Achievement Award that we're doing next year.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of different things that I'm doing. But why am I doing that? I'm using my acting as a platform to make it easy to do business.
And that's what you said to me as well. I think like a week before I came on Guyani, we had a conversation.
Yes.
And that's exactly what you're telling me as well. You like find something that you want to speak for, that you want to be passionate about, and use the acting as your platform to get you there.
But so have you found it yet? That's the question.
Well, I mean,
why looking at your friends? Why is she looking at you guys?
No.
Have you found it yet?
I'm just thinking. Well, for now, I haven't.
Why not?
I don't know. I think for me, because right now I've just been focusing pretty much on just like the cinematography thing. That's been my driving force for like the entire year. So that's hence I was telling you, like, even acting was not something that I thought was possible for me. So everything just like happened all at once, and then it's like now I need to find my feet and find out how I navigate from that. But my biggest thing has just been like, I mean, I'm a film person, so whether I'm at the front or the back of the camera, like I tell stories. That's all I do every day.